Was I okay with aligning with God's will for my life even when it started to look different from what I had planned for? Well, no, but in today's episode, I'm going to share with you how I got to that place. Quick story, guys. Did you know I wanted to become a pediatrician before I got into the holistic wellness space? Yes. So this is around second grade. We had a pediatrician come into our classroom. She shared her experience being a pediatrician, taking care of babies and children, and that was all I needed to hear. That was my answer. Every time people would ask me what did I want to be once I got out of school, it was to become a pediatrician. So from second grade to 12th grade, that was my answer, and a little bit going into my first year of college. Now, once I went to school, majoring in biology, I joined a health club, and in that health club, we would have like different health care professions come in and share their experience in their different fields. And we had a dentist to come in, and his story really brought things into perspective for me. And then I started connecting the dots with my personal experience dealing with dentists. And then that's when it made me realize I actually want to become a pediatric dentist. And so what really inspired me when it came to dentistry was that I loved the confidence that children and adults would have once they left the dental office. Like, they would go into the dental office with their mouth closed or looking down or just not having a lot of confidence, and then they would leave with bright smiles. They would leave with metal mouth, with braces. They would have their teeth fixed. Like, dentistry really helped to bring the confidence out in people, and so I was really attracted to that. And so that became my focus at the time, so much that I would tell my family that I'm going to become a pediatric dentist. And they started telling, how family they start telling everyone around them because they're proud of you. And so they started telling them that I was going to become a doctor. And now with me, focused on my schoolwork with becoming this, I'm also dealing with being a people pleaser. And so now I have like this unknown burden on me, because now I can't let them down because they done told all these people. And so if I don't become this thing, now it's going to seem like a lie. Or I was just starting to make up different things in my head, and I just felt like I needed to get this accomplished. And so I continued with trying to become that dentist. I started shadowing. I took the DAT and did not do well. I struggled a lot when it came to the organic chemistry, and it just wasn't clicking. Even when I went to tutors at the time, nothing was working, but I kept trying to make it work. Even after I graduated, I continued with working, and then I started taking classes, retaking organic chemistry to get my grade and show that I can handle dental school. And it was really a burden on me. It was very stressful on me, because I was trying to do so much and get things accomplished at a certain time. And it was frustrating, to be honest with you, but I didn't want to let anyone down, especially when it came to myself. But I guess also my focus was not letting the people around me down, because they done told everyone that this is what I was going to do. So I was really frustrated because I was trying to do everything on my own and nothing was working. And so I remember I just finished publishing my first book, Peace at the Dental Office, Ella's Greatest Adventures. And I was also working, I just got my first cosmetic job as a cosmetic chemist. And so I was doing that, and I felt like I was starting to get to my end with trying to figure this out. And I was, like I said, I was listening to this podcast, and he dealt a lot with career paths and everything, just helping people to connect the dots. And so I remember submitting my question about I forgot what exactly my question was, but I just remember him saying, you don't have to just be the dentist, but you could there's so many things, so many paths that you can do. And even though I was so happy that he answered my question, because he was a real popular podcaster at the time. And so for him to be able to get to my question, I thought that was a blessing in disguise in itself. But it also was the beginning of me realizing that maybe I wasn't called to dentistry like I thought. And that really broke my heart. Like, you ever like wanted something to work so much, and then when you saw that it wasn't going to work, you just really it really like breaks your heart. And so that's what was happening to me. Like, I was crying, like it was a relationship. It was so bad. And looking back on it now, a few days ago, I realized that what it was, I think I was dealing with idol worship when it came to dentistry. Now, friends, there's nothing wrong with setting a goal. Setting goals are very helpful, so by all means, make sure you set your goals and strive for them all. But looking back on my story, I think I was so focused on becoming a doctor that I would feel offended if you gave me another option. And then my heart posture wasn't right because, like I said, I was trying so hard to please my family, or just seek approval from them by becoming this. It just wasn't right. And my walk today with the Lord is different from where it was back then. But I guess in comparison, I never asked the Lord, like, is this what you have for my life? A lot of times, like, there's nothing wrong with becoming a doctor or anything, but if the Lord hasn't called you to it, then are you still being obedient to his will? And are you doing everything that he had, are you getting everything that he has for you in this season based on the position that you're in right now? And so, just looking back on that story, it kind of made me think about it like a few days ago. I think I was listening to a podcast the other day, and then it just made me think back to that moment. Like, why was I crying so hard after not getting into dental school? And like, I could have tried again, but my heart and my mind wasn't right during that time. And so now, if I wanted to go back into it, then of course I would like seek the Lord first and see if that's what I'm supposed to work on in this season. And also I would build like better like study habits and really see what I could do better at this time around if I were to go back into that space. But it all starts with seeking him first. So to be intentional when it comes to your time, and whatever degree or certificate you're going after, business you're starting, make sure that it's aligned to God's will, so you're not wasting your time. You're not you won't get your heart broken if you get that rejection letter or something. You can just keep it moving because you already know what the Lord has planned for you. And if you're called to that, then you already have his confidence in you to keep going in that area. And if not, then it's time to pivot. But I hope this quick story has blessed you in some way. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If you need some accountability when it comes to health, then be sure to click the link below and get started with that with me. Well, that's it, beautiful. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Bye.